the rise of algorithmic pricing, which we have talked about, but I think they did actual like journalism, like exposing it and tracking the prices. And if you don't know what algorithmic pricing is, it's essentially charging different people different prices for the same item in order to maximize what they're willing to pay. So if there's somebody who's a little bit wealthier or whatever, or is like in a rush, or it's a rainy day and they're selling an umbrella, you can charge someone more. It is so fucked. It is so dystopian. It is so evil. And it is a way to make sure that everybody at all times is paying the maximum they psychologically will for everything. You never get a better deal. You are never finding like, oh, that's actually a pretty good price. You're always paying the absolute maximum you're willing to pay, which is fucked. It is a horrible way to live, and a world in which everybody adopts algorithmic pricing is one that will be quite horrible to live in. So I do want to see what they said and whether they uncovered anything with this video.
For a long time has been, what if we could charge every single person
the
maximum amount that we know they're able to or willing to pay?
They know things about us that we don't know. They're smarter than us, and we're training them in a way that is incalculable.
Walk into any grocery store, and on average, everything is about 30% more expensive than it was in 2020.
Inflation, supply chains, tariffs.
We've heard it all. But what if something else is happening? Something intentional. What if someone is charged $2 for these eggs, but another person is charged $2.40 at the same exact store?
Okay.
And it's pushing prices up. 5 months ago, a researcher reached out to me about Instacart. She'd been studying their Washington, D.C. workforce. Different pay for nearly identical work. Her question, if they do this to workers, what about consumers? Before joining more...
Wait. Different pay for identical work. So this is not just the products being charged differently, but they're changing the hourly rate of employees in real time based on who will accept lower wages. That's fucked too. That's probably more fucked because Instacart users are probably a little wealthier. So, I mean, they're getting fucked, which is, it's a bad in principle, but they can probably take it. But that's crazy. Is that even legal? Dude, it's not in a normal regulated job, but the way gig work does most things is they like go like, the laws don't apply because it's different. Like gig work has successfully avoided like every single labor law by being like, well, this is tech. This is different. It's like, it's an app and you don't fully understand it. And it's just crazy. It's like, I mean, it's like how buy now, pay later avoided credit card regulations and other debt regulations. You just make a new name. But I'm not surprised to see this like be found at Instacart and other app-like things because they just don't care. They just ignore laws, labor laws and otherwise.
Union, I worked in grocery pricing, so I agreed to help investigate. The problem? It wasn't easy to test. Grocery prices change all the time for legitimate reasons. Receipts you can't compare. If we wanted to do this, we'd need a team. A researcher.
Okay.
Community organizers. Other journalists.
Okay.
And most important,
a streamer.
Regular people who care.
Okay.
Lots of them.
There's no difference in those two statements. Streamers are regular people who care, okay? So we are like an important part. Like he didn't mention there's going to need a streamer to react to the video when it's over. And that's like one of the most important parts of the process.
5 months of digging. What we found is bigger than Instacart. Yes, inflation is real, but something else has been pushing prices higher this whole time. There's a system, one that grocery stores and tech companies built together. It learns from every purchase.
It's not just online. It's in the physical stores you walk into, with the primary goal, maximize profit.
Day by day, it's moving billions of dollars, one penny at a time.
I just fucking hate, on principle, I hate the idea of digital price tags. I hate it. The mere thought that they could update this shit live makes me angry. You pick the price at the beginning of the day. When I walk in, there better not be.
Here's how we uncovered it, how it's turning the grocery business into a gold mine, and why, without regulation, your grocery bill may keep climbing no matter what happens with inflation.
Okay.
I'm now going to ask you to take out your phone, and we're going to get started with shopping for 20 items at the Safeway.
This is Katie Wells. She's the Director of Research at Groundwork Collaborative.
Okay.
She's the one who reached out. The plan was pretty simple. Get everyone in a room.
Boys. Holy shit. I didn't know we had union organizer Ludwig here. Oh, damn. The plan's simple? Wait a minute. I'm locked in.
Open up Instacart. Select the same store, same items. On phones and computers. Select Pickup to remove any delivery calculations. And write our basket totals down on a note card. All to test a simple question.
Okay.
Were shoppers being charged different amounts for the same exact item at the same exact store and time?
Congratulations, guys. You have finished the test.
First, we all shared our cart totals.
Okay. They look. Oh.
We're in the same room, the same address ordering, and we still had different prices.
You're the highest.
I'm not surprised. What I've come to understand is that a lot of things that we do online is predicated on algorithms.
Different totals. There's plausible explanations. Promotions, user error, app issues. But if the items themselves had different prices, that's something else.
Okay.
The items had upwards of 3 different prices offered.
That's
Katie
crazy.
analyzed the data.
The greatest difference was about a 70-cent spread. For eggs, the prices varied from $4.59 to $4.69 down to $4.28. It was a 41-cent span.
One store, one moment in time. It's a small sample size. This could be a fluke.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
it's not
You
a
have
fluke.
found your way to
there's an
the
algorithm, right?
Consumer Reports grocery pricing webinar.
The problem with testing any of this is that these systems are so massive that you need scale to even try. Consumer Reports joined the collaboration.
Okay.
They brought a volunteer network, community organizers, a reporter. Alongside them, we recruited volunteers. Over 400 people.
It's really cool people did this.
Same
'cause
process.
Everyone's
Everyone
busy,
opens Instacart. Same store, same items. When pickup wasn't available, same delivery address. Same moment. Screenshot everything. Submit. The team verified every entry, cross-checked every screenshot, built the database.
Okay.
Katie crunched the data. And when the data came back, I gotta be honest, I stared at it for a while because what we found was weird. I'm gonna show you some basket totals.
Okay.
Some people were charged about $114 for the 20 items. Others, nearly $124.
This wasn't in 1 or 2 cases. This was the lion's share of shoppers for the lion's share of items.
If you zoom in, nearly 3 out of 4 products had different prices during the experiments.
Okay.
4 different prices for wheat thins.
Bro,
5 different.
The thing that makes me I think it's actually unfair that I'm so mad about this. The reason I'm extra mad about this is because I'm the guy that's going to get the $4.89 wheat thins. I'm like the biggest victim of this. This is so clearly going to exploit the fucking price insensitive fucking streamer bozo. This is going to fuck me over the hardest. I know for a fact, dude, they're going to give me I think I already get this with Uber, bro, because they know I'm in a rush and I won't drive myself to the fucking airport and they're going to give me the highest fucking price. I know I'm getting fucking screwed on all this stuff algorithmically. And if they had to price it at one price, they would make it lower because most people wouldn't pay that price. They wouldn't pay $4.89 for wheat thins. It's fucked. It's fucked. It's fucked.
Prices for eggs. 3 prices for peanut butter. Wait, what? The system sorted people into price groups, where each person was charged the same for every item. For this test, there were 4 price groups. Same cart, same store, same moment. Same with this test. For this store, 7 different price groups.
Interesting.
This didn't seem random, but who or what was doing the sorting? Back in August, before we even ran the test, I called Instacart. We don't set prices, retailers do. And we believed them. But the group suggested something deeper was going on.
Okay.
Why would an algorithm sort people into buckets where everyone pays the exact same prices? Not just on one item, but across multiple products.
Yeah, it's weird.
All higher together, all lower together. I started researching, and that's when I stumbled on surveillance pricing. Companies tracking your behavior, your purchase history, and charging you based on that.
God
It's a
damn
type of
it.
algorithmic pricing, where companies hand pricing over to an algorithm.
It's
Okay.
almost
I need to find a way to look like a cheapskate in my algorithm. what would a fucking cheapskate be looking at? I need to find a way to look like fucking, really, yeah, I need to shop Top Ramen and price compare for 3 hours. I need to buy bulk fucking Top Ramen and I need to price compare and close it and, dude, can you imagine if there's a market for... I just realized how dark this could go. This is how dark this could go. Imagine a wealthy mother of 4 renting a poor mother's phone, paying her a fee on phone rental app to rent her phone in order to do her grocery shopping because the net amount saved on algorithmic pricing. What the fuck?
It's impossible for people outside the companies practicing the dark art of algorithm price determination, exactly what is driving those algorithms to set the prices that we observe.
Len Sherman
People kind of do this already. I think when we're doing research for something different, there's like people who are middle class who will they will pay someone to use their EBT card to get discounts on groceries. Like, this shit happens now. It's not like rich, but it's like people who want to buy mass bulk groceries but don't qualify. It's crazy. I mean, there's like, I know people who do this. Yeah.
Is this at Columbia's business school? Was that what was happening here? When we showed Instacart the test results, they were clear. Retailers control all pricing. The findings were just stores putting out random feelers to see where the pricing sweet spot is. They aren't targeting you specifically. So we verified with the stores we tested. First, Albertsons Safeway. They're an Instacart partner. Silence. Then we contacted Target. They responded. And honestly, my jaw dropped. They told us, we don't work with Instacart. We don't set prices. We have nothing to do with any of this.
Oh, shit.
Wait, Instacart says retailers control the prices, and Target says they don't even work with Instacart? I started digging. Turns out, in 2017, Target spent over $500 million to buy Shipt, Instacart's competitor. Why would they help Instacart?
Yeah, they wouldn't.
We asked Instacart about Target's response. Instacart admitted they actually do manage Target's prices on the marketplace, and that they were running tests to figure out how much they can charge on top of Target's normal.
Well, that's a fucking backtrack, isn't it? Because you said something differently before. So you fucking lied. Now you're probably lying again.
Prices. Their explanation shifted, but the question we started with was still the same. How does the system sort people into different price groups? To figure that out, we needed to understand what Instacart actually does. You may think of Instacart as a delivery app, but it's much bigger than that.
With Instacart is more the technology. I don't think of it as a grocery delivery company. I think of it more of a technology company.
Okay. I'm sure they're going to explain that, but that is the most stock phrase that every fucking tech CEO says. They always say, I don't think of us as a fucking juice company. I think of us as a tech company, Juicero. It's like, all you do is make a $700 machine that squeezes juice. It's a fucking juice company. It's like they all say this shit. They all say that we're really more of a technology company. We're a leading company that's going to change the world. We don't just fucking... WeWork. WeWork is a great example. WeWork is like, we're not an office rental company. We're a cohabitation community technology company that's going to change the way the entire paradigm of work goes. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You just rent out offices.
Selling technology that powers grocery websites, advertising campaigns, promotions. In 2022, Instacart bought Eversight, a company that optimizes grocery prices.
Eversight says it runs constant experiments that are not made visible to consumers, and it is running tests in part to collect data about how much I'm willing to pay for canola oil, and it's using that information to likely create more profits for these companies.
The company calls it AI for Everyday Price Performance. The website promises 2 to 5% profit increases. In early November, Consumer Reports ran follow-up experiments at Costco. They found price gaps, 15% on a bag of chips.
Damn, even at Costco?
Derek asked Costco to explain.
We got an email a few hours later from a Costco vice president of grocery.
The message described a program called Smart Rounding.
It took us a little bit of time to realize what we were seeing, which was an internal communication between Instacart and Costco. Inadvertently, this Costco executive forwarded us this internal email.
As far as we can...
That's crazy. Bro, that's the one thing you got to not do as an executive is not forward the damning internal emails. That's like not the heart of a job. All you got to say is no comment. That's crazy.
Costco executive
Smart rounding of item prices was enabled.
Forwarded us this internal email.
As far as we can tell, Instacart has only talked about smart rounding once in a 2023 letter to shareholders. The company defined it. Machine learning driven tool that helps retailers improve price perception and drive incremental sales. Translation: flex prices up or down based on what the algorithm says will maximize profit.
For some of our major grocery
It's so funny to call it improving price perception. It's like you're just charging the max you possibly can. What is that? How does that improve price perception?
This has led to millions of dollars in annual incremental sales.
Millions of dollars.
This is a very sophisticated, very deliberate, explicit attempt to maximize profits and do so somewhat surreptitiously.
We'd answered some questions.
I understand that like some of the people getting hurt by this would be the people that can pay more. And you're like, I don't give a fuck about them. But you have to understand that like algorithmic pricing being rolled out is just a world where every single thing you ever buy is perfectly maximized to what you can pay so that you never get a good deal. Like in a world where a company has to create one price to try to fit the market, you often get a consumer surplus. You get a deal where it's like, I would have paid more, but I'm actually paying this. And it feels good. And it's like, wait a minute, I found something that's actually a pretty good price for that thing. You never get that, in an algorithmic pricing world. So or just shop in the store for yourself like a person. You follow this video at all? Did you not see the fucking algorithmic pricing on the live updating fucking, it's not just Instacart, bro. Predatory pricing, it's a bigger thing than this. They have fucking cameras in the ceiling. They're going to try to make
different prices for different people. Yes. Random testing? Maybe not. Smart rounding showed its design for profit. Retailers in control? Debatable. Instacart sets at least one grocer's prices. But we still couldn't answer, how does the system sort people into price groups? Then one store showed us the bigger picture. Schnucks, regional grocer. They're on every Instacart press release. No price variation at all. One night it hit me. What if they already moved past online testing? You've probably heard stories about electronic shelf labels, digital price tags that can change prices instantly. If they're testing prices in store with those labels, and the app just mirrors what's on the shelf, you'd never catch it with our test, which might explain Schnucks. The typical fear with these labels is surge pricing, raising lemonade prices when it's hot out. Right. What if the goal isn't surge pricing at all? What if it's more subtle, more permanent? Would you rather charge $10 for a bottle of water during a single hurricane, or 20 cents more every single day? Derek had a genius idea, patents. He found one. It described an infrastructure for constant in-store price testing. Take dozens of stores, cluster them together, test different prices in different clusters. The purpose? Find out the most profitable price point. Once you do, adopt it. We asked Schnucks and Instacart. Both denied it. But for Instacart, their website told a different story. If you go there right now, you'd see this, 3 features. Okay. Before we asked, 4 features. And the one removed, price optimization with Eversight via electronic shelf label.
Wait, they took that shit off after being questioned? Yikes! Dude, they're not just live updating prices, they're live updating their fucking FAQ. They're live updating the fucking truth.
And the one removed, price optimization with Eversight via electronic shelf labels. Gone. So Instacart denied doing it, then changed their website.
That's wild.
Later, they told us it was never a feature and the update was made for accuracy. But that didn't track. The feature seems to show up in past marketing materials
Dude, what a
and
blatant
press
lie.
releases. If it's operational, the system would be a truly impressive feat of engineering. In-store, testing across locations. Online, testing across individuals. But we still couldn't answer how the online system decided who gets charged more. So we started building a theory, not based on what Instacart told us, but on what Instacart told the government.
Okay.
Patents. The word that appears over and over in them, it's not random. It's segmentation.
Right.
Derek started reading through the criteria they could use to sort people. Some things raised red flags. Demographics. It's illegal to charge someone more based on those. Katie controlled for that. No correlation in the sample.
I don't believe they would try to vary prices based on those kinds of characteristics, nor would it be very effective if they did. What would be way more effective and perfectly legal, as far as I know, is to vary prices based on behavioral characteristics.
Behavioral characteristics. That's exactly what the patents show. Buying behavior, purchase history, how frequently you shop, whether you're shopping around, coupon usage, loyalty program participation, an infrastructure that tracks everything you do. Uses it to decide what to charge you.
Fake coupon usage to get a coupon?
Does this explain who gets sorted into different price groups? Their response? One old patent from 2015, before we purchased Eversight. Patents are always broad. This doesn't prove we're actually using this technology. Fair point. Here's the same chart and a host of other.
Dude, I think it's crazy is that Instacart is responding to all this shit. It's crazy that it didn't say no comment. There's like somebody at Instacart is constantly fighting this battle and writing paragraph responses and lying. Just like constantly lying, then shifting, then but like, wow, it's crazy. It's like you don't sound.
We're actually.
You could have said nothing.
Fair point. Here's the same chart and a host of other patents, mostly about promotions. Marketing material that touts the patents. And then this one, a promotional patent that describes shopper and product headroom, meaning how much more money could this person spend overall? And how much more could they spend on this product?
That's damning.
The patent
Product
says they can
headroom?
calculate this for every individual consumer. But for efficiency, typically people are grouped with similar consumers. Groups, just like our test showed.
Every company that I know is practicing first-degree price discrimination strenuously denies that they're doing so.
And again, Instacart denies segmenting people by personal or behavioral data. What happens when companies actually do this at scale? In
Uber's
2022,
definitely done this.
Uber rolled out algorithmic pricing for riders and drivers. Lens studied what happened next.
For the next 3 years, average rider price per mile went up, 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 up.
Uber denies all of this. But at about this time, they went from burning money to a cash machine.
Right.
That's why more and more companies are trying as hard as they can to perfect this dark
Yeah,
art.
I mean, definitely you feel it with Uber, dude. You feel like Uber is always charging you the absolute max. You never feel like you're getting a good deal on Uber, bro. You're always paying, but it's right at the line of like, well, I need this ride. It's exactly what algorithmic pricing is.
Actually effective dark art, as I've called it. That's how you turn grocery sales into a gold mine.
Now, algorithmic pricing sometimes offers lower prices, and the total impact on grocery prices, impossible to measure. Instacart is just one company, a sliver of the grocery market. They claim 10 clients with Eversight. What are other?
I wonder with Uber if I set the destination as like near the airport, if it would dramatically chop off the cost compared to the airport. I feel like the airport, it like overprices because it knows I have to get to a flight.
What are companies doing? I started looking.
Pricing is the single most powerful lever to raise profits, far more effective than either boosting sales or cutting costs.
Prices optimized. Profit increases.
That's wild.
There's an entire industry built around optimizing grocery prices. I called Earl Schweizer, 25 years in grocery, former VP of grocery at Whole Foods. Why is everyone racing to adopt this?
It's very much defensive. Amazon's already doing it. Walmart is doing it. So everybody's got to keep up.
Damn, that's scary.
Merchants, pricing teams, they all rely on technology and algorithms to safeguard their profits.
That's Walmart's former VP of pricing.
So Instacart has played this really vital role for the competitors of Amazon and Walmart, which is pretty much almost everybody else, to have a lot of the same tools and access to consumers as the big guys.
The systems are watching you, learning your patterns, using that to charge everyone accordingly.
Okay.
They know things about us that we don't know. They're smarter than us, and we're training them in a way that is incalculable.
This didn't happen overnight. 20 years of building this infrastructure. It was kept in check by inertia. Everyone was afraid to raise prices. COVID changed that.
There's no guardrails. It's
what? COVID changed something negatively? I was under the impression that it was like this glorious period where everything got better. I've never heard of something getting worse during COVID. The social contract frayed and broke in a way from COVID?
a free-for-all. It's wild, wild west.
Companies are investing millions into systems designed to outsmart you. Testing, learning, finding the maximum profit.
The holy grail for a long time has been, what if we could charge every single person the maximum amount that we know they're able to or willing to pay? Studies.
Yeah, that's the exact line she said on Lemonade Stand. That's the exact line. That's 100%.
Like this are just validating that
That's when we
firms
grilled
are
her.
very much already midway through trying this, executing it.
That's Lena Khan, former
That's a
chair
good line.
of the Federal Trade Commission. She agreed to review our findings with an eye to how we should protect consumers.
This could ultimately end up being another big form of wealth transfer from ordinary Americans to massive corporations.
I asked about the in-store testing apparatus, electronic shelf labels, the patents.
Firms have been trying to figure that out for many decades, but I think what's different now is both the sophistication of the tools that are available, just the deep information asymmetries that exist between consumers and these firms that are benefiting.
Yeah, they know everything
But there was
about you. They know
something
people
else that
like you. They know.
When you have companies like Instacart that could be facilitating, it could also ultimately allow firms that really should be competing against one another when setting these prices to actually engage more in something that looks like price fixing or collusion.
Because it could mean that one company, Instacart, is setting prices for retailers who should be competing with each other.
So
then I asked her about
true.
regulation. Her answer surprised me.
I think we need to have a much more first order conversation about
Wait, I didn't even think about that. The idea that if there's one overlaying app on two separate grocery stores, normally those grocery stores would try to compete by one's like, I'll make bananas cheaper or milk cheaper so I can get someone in the door. But if you have this app, it's allowed to basically combine these into one colluded price to prevent price competition, which is actually, it's like RealPage for rent. Yeah, it's the same thing as RealPage for rent. Dude, algorithmic pricing is bad. It's bad on so many levels.
Permit some of these tactics in the first instance.
Under Khan's watch, the FTC started an investigation into surveillance pricing.
This week, it launched an investigation, the FTC, into the use of AI to rapidly change pricing.
That investigation is now in question. The Trump administration claims it is ongoing, but Khan's replacement stopped public comments. But Lena
sure he's
pointed
working
out
really
that
hard on
states
it.
don't need to wait for the Trump administration.
The steps we've seen, even from states like California and New York, to ban certain types of algorithmic price fixing in areas like housing and rent, for example, I think are extraordinarily important steps. We need more investigations. So I think we need a 360 view to try to understand what's really happening here.
5 months, 3 organizations, 400 volunteers. We know the system exists for surveillance pricing, but we don't know if it's operational. Because we can't see inside.
Well, you do
And
know it's
that's
operational.
It's a system that's designed to stay hidden.
This work that you all have done is fantastic, but state AGs have subpoena power. They can be requesting and demanding information so they could look under the hood and be understanding how are firms actually using this data.
Great video.
If you like what
Wait.
you saw, please like and subscribe.
Okay. I will. Very, 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 very spooky and good journalism. I think surveillance pricing, algorithmic pricing is fucked, bro. And I know it's going to hit me.